video to say thank you guys for coming over and spending some time with me on the open week that I've done. I just thought I'd take this opportunity to talk to you about one of the paintings that I did last year called Frontside Fear, and sort of what went involved with it, how it came about, and sort of what it meant to me. So I'm stepping well and truly outside my comfort zone here to do this, but that's what it's all about, so that's why I'm doing it. So yeah, basically this is it, and it's called Frontside Fear. And how it came about was I painted the background last year and done all the foreground, the mountains and the sky, and then I sat down and looked at it and I've seen some pretty freaky stuff. As I said, painted it last year, and it was shortly after I'd gone self-employed as an artist, and I'd had a good month and things were going well, and then the fear set in and my head went a bit funny, and I think that came through in this painting basically, because I sat there and I looked at it and I seen like skulls and faces and all sorts of stuff. So I was like, I didn't really want to work over the top of it. I thought I'd kind of embrace what was there, and as they say, fear is nothing but false evidence appearing real. So sometimes you have to embrace it, and that's what I did. So I was like, well, this is the decision I've made, this is what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it anyway. Good or bad, I've built up to kind of do this as my dream, turning my hobby into my job. And yeah, so I'll talk to you a little bit more about it and we'll go and have a little look. So again, there's the full piece, and like I said, I was starting to see skulls and that in it. This was the most evident one to me. Got two big eye sockets, the nose, and then the mouth would kind of be just behind there, but with the top of the skull sort of here. And then I seen another little one sort of in here. There was a couple of eyes, and there's another one, another eye, and another eye there I seen. And then there's one at the top here, again two eyes, the gap for the nose, and then that would be kind of where the jaw and the mouth would be. So yeah, like I said, I decided to kind of embrace it and go for it, and then I was thinking and pondering and sketching what sort of snowboarder can I do. And for me as a snowboarder, basically, if I'm spinning, I like to spin backside, normally a backside one. That's pretty much what, if you've snowboarded with me, that's what you'd see me do. So yeah, I decided to pick frontside one because that for me is the fearful one. Spinning frontside, I'm thinking catching toe edge, face planting, etc. So yeah, for me, spinning backside, it's like you've committed already. That's what you're going to do. You're doing it, and if it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Where for frontside, like I said, it's kind of like, in my head, it's different, because opening yourself up, like I'm doing now, is quite weird. It's quite stepping outside your comfort zone, but you know, the more you do these things, the more you get used to them. Hence again why I'm doing this. So yeah, that's why I picked the character doing the front side. So we're going to have a little look at him. And again, I just kind of wanted to try and portray what he was feeling, like he's doing it, but kind of get that essence of like the fearfulness like coming through in his slightly twisted arms and fingers, and how he's going through the air. Also having the low sort of point of view kind of, for me, gives it that extra sort of little bit freakiness, twisted sort of fearful factor. So yeah, and then just the usual sort of nice little flex to give the element of speed, as if he's flying through the air, and flicks of paint which I do enjoy doing. But even the trees as well, when I painted the trees I was thinking about doing them in a different way to how I usually painted them, so that's why they're a lot more jagged and like stabbing, if you like. So yeah, that's it really. That's Frontside Fear. So I hope you enjoy this little edit, this little skit if you like, and I might well do another one, but like I said, I picked this piece because it's the most difficult piece for me to talk about, like I said, with regards to what was going through my mind and my head at the time and what I seen in the painting that I just kind of went and done, and then sat there and kind of sat and looked at it and seen those things, like I said, like the skulls and stuff that had come through subliminally, if you like. I didn't intend them, they just kind of happened, and like I say, these things happened and sometimes you have to embrace it, and it was trying to work through and figure out what sort of snowboarder was going to fit the piece properly for me. So like I say, it's a piece that I look at now a year later and I'm pleased with it as a piece. But speaking to some people who came over on the open week that I had, they knew about the piece but they didn't see it until I talked to them about it, so that's why I've took the time to do this video. So again, I hope you've enjoyed it. I might well do another one that'll be a little bit easier for me to talk about in a week or so, we'll see.